Okay, time for my favorite part of the week, the picks. Let's see if we can't make some money this week. 3 games I'll be having a bet on. Let's get right to them. Want to start in the AFC, the Tennessee Titans going on the road to take on the Miami Dolphins. Miami is currently installed as a 6-point favorite on BETDAQ. 44 is the total, and I do like Miami in this game. You know, I first saw this line, I thought, oh, that's a lot of points. Miami, they haven't been favored by this many points all year. 5 of the Dolphins' 8 games have been decided by 4 points or fewer. But Tennessee, they get blown out all the time. 5 of their 6 losses have been by more than 2 touchdowns, and their only other loss was a 6-point defeat. So they've not lost by fewer than 6 all year, and I don't think they're going to lose by fewer than 6 on Sunday. The Dolphins should be able to control the line of scrimmage in this game. Their offensive line should be able to open up some good holes against that soft Tennessee defense. And Miami is stout in their defensive front 7, so if Tennessee is going to win this game, they're going to have to pass the ball. The Dolphins are soft in the secondary. The only problem is Tennessee is starting Jake Locker at quarterback this week. The young second-year QB from Washington has missed the last 5 games with injury. And even when he's healthy, he does not throw the ball better than Matt Hasselbeck, who's played the last 5 games for Tennessee. Hasselbeck went 2-3 in those games. Now, Locker does provide some other things that Hasselbeck can't provide, like athleticism and running ability. But again, if you're going to beat this Dolphins team, you got to pass the ball. You got to beat them through the air. And I'm just not sure Jake Locker, a young, inexperienced guy who's cold, hasn't played in 5 weeks, coming on the road here, I'm just not sure he's going to be well equipped to go in and beat a good Dolphins team. I do think Miami wins this game relatively easily. I am on the Dolphins -6. Next game, an NFC East game between 2 disintegrating teams. Dallas Cowboys going on the road to face Philadelphia. Dallas installed as a 1-point favorite in this game on BETDAQ. 44.5 is the total. I guess the question here is not which one of these teams you trust more, but which one of these teams you trust less. And to me, that answer is easy. It is the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia is my pick here in Week 10 as the team most likely to finish like last year's Tampa Bay Bucks. You remember last year, Tampa Bay lost their final 10 games. They were 1-9 against the spread in those games. And Philadelphia, I'm not sure it's going to get quite that bad for the Eagles, but it's getting close. This team is getting worse and worse. Andy Reid, the writing is on the wall for this guy, the longest tenured coach in the NFL. I think his tenure is about to come to an end, and it should. The Eagles 30th in the NFL right now in points scored. That's inexcusable when you have so much speed on offense, players like Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, LaShawn McCoy. Of course, Michael Vick can run around a little bit himself. Even though Michael Vick, have you noticed? I haven't heard anybody say this. I haven't said it yet. So, but tell me if I'm wrong here. Michael Vick has lost a step. He's not as fast as he used to be, and obviously he passes it more now, passes it better than he did when he was a young player. But remember, when Michael Vick first came in the league, watching this guy run around was a thing to behold. It looked like sort of Percy Harvin looks now, like he was going at a different speed than everybody else. Over the last few weeks, I've seen Michael Vick caught by some defensive linemen, some linebackers a couple of times. I think he's lost a step a little bit. Anyway, not that that has much relevance in this game. I do think Dallas is going to win this game. Dallas, at least they've still been playing hard. They've lost 3 out of the last 4, but all 3 of those losses have been by 6 points or less. And statistically, the Cowboys, top 5 in the league in total defense, top 10 in total offense. But we know the story. They shoot themselves in the foot. They can't get out of their own way. Lucky for them, they're facing an Eagles team who is Dallas times 5 in terms of shooting themselves in the foot and not being able to get out of their own way. We mentioned Michael Vick. He's struggled this year, not able to take care of the ball, big turnover problems. Now, a lot of that is because Philadelphia is awful on the offensive line. They have not been able to protect Vick, and I don't know how they're going to be able to protect Vick in this game on Sunday. Philly's been the worst team in the league to back this year, only 1-6-1 against the spread. Yet they're getting some respect here. Basically, pick 'em line. They're a 1-point underdog again against the Cowboys. I guess that's because the Cowboys haven't been very good against the spread themselves this year, and Dallas has been brutal recently against NFC East opponents. But I do think they're going to break out of this funk on Sunday. I like the Cowboys to beat the Eagles. I am on them -1. My final game, an NFC West game, the San Francisco 49ers hosting the St. Louis Rams. San Francisco installed as an 11-point favorite in this game. 38.5 is a total, and I like the Rams here. I think this is too many points. I'm well aware of the fact that the Rams last game, they lost 45-7 to the Patriots over there in London, England. But the Rams have had a bye week, and I don't know. I think that last game, now people are just starting to think of the Rams as a terrible team again. I'm not sure that's accurate. You take last game out of it, and the Rams, They're the type of team you don't want to be given 11 points. They're good on defense. They're conservative on offense, so they shorten games. They like to use clock. And San Francisco, they're conservative on offense themselves. I think the St. Louis Rams are sort of the poor man's San Francisco 49ers. They try to win with defense in the running game. San Francisco does win with defense in the running game. Such a dominant defense there in San Francisco. So we see a low total here, like 38.5. I don't have that much faith in the Rams scoring many points, but I do think that Rams defense is going to have success against this San Francisco 49ers offense. Alex Smith has not been impressive this year. The Niners do not pass the ball very well. They do run it extremely well. But the Rams are tough on defense. They're tough in the front seven. They've got a good secondary. I think this is going to be a relatively low-scoring game. I know I'm not going out on any limb saying that, being that the total is only 38.5. But I think it is too many points here. 11 points is a big number, and I like the St. Louis Rams to stay closer than 11 on the road against a division rival this week. So there you have it. Those are my three bets this week. Miami -6, Dallas -1, St. Louis +11. I wish you best of luck this week in whatever you decide to do, just so long as your interests don't conflict with my interests.